Hey guys, how are you doing today? Today's video is titled When Heaven Steps In, Jesus Flips the Script. When heaven steps in, Jesus flips the script. And what does it mean to flip the script? This means to change the usual or expected course of events, especially by reversing the roles, the power of dynamics, or the expectations in any situation. Um, this means, as you being the underdog, you'll get your promotion. You get what God says is yours. That's what it means when Jesus flips the script on your behalf. There comes moments when God says, enough is enough. When the silence that you are enduring speaks louder than the lies that are spoken about you. This is for every person who's been misunderstood, who's been misled, who's been mistreated, and probably pushed to the edge by the voices that never knew your heart. If you ever felt isolated, wrongly judged, or even uh, being under spiritual attack, this word is for you. If you know someone, if you are the person, hold on. There's a lot I have to say to you today. See, when Jesus steps into your situation, he stops everything that you think that you can endure. He doesn't come in to negotiate. He comes in to overthrow, to expose. He comes in to deliver. He comes in to restore your life. God is always ready. Sometimes he shifts in the spirit and he does the manifestation in your life. Let's get deeper. One voice, just one voice, that one can collapse an entire empire of lies. That's when God steps in. He doesn't come in quietly all the time. He sends in his commander in chief. That's his son, Christ Jesus, the risen king, into your situation. And when he arrives, let me tell you, everything shifts. It shifts first in the spiritual realm, then in the physical. You may not see it at first, the change, I mean. You may have a sense or you may feel it, but it begins to formulate beneath the surface, deep, deep within your heart. It formulates in places where pain try to build its home, uncertainty and confusion try to lead you astray. Even if hundreds of voices rise against you, the commander in chief, he can dismantle this. Even if you've carried weight of false accusation, isolation, betrayal, or even humiliation for years, this is when Jesus shift the script. God turns everything around. Heaven hears your silent cries. He sees the schemes. things that were said or even spoken that you know nothing about. See, the thing about the enemy, sometimes when you stay quiet, the enemy thinks that your silence is weakness. They believe that you've just rolled up in a ball and given up. They think also that your quietness is defeat. And this is when God is saying, no, not my warrior, not my child, not the one that I've written a plan for them, that I have a purpose for them. I'm not letting this go this way. See, what your enemies don't understand is that God works in silence. He doesn't hold a banner with directions and explanations of what he's doing. He comes in with his divine timing. He steps in, not just to defeat or defend your name, but in actuality to dismantle the lies that are stacked up against you. These lies are so high, they're like towers of pride. This is what God does for his beloved ones. In Isaiah 54, verse 15, and the KJV version, it says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. See, they thought that they had your story all figured out. They knew who you were. They painted you out to be. They described you. They saw your past. They heard your name. They probably even knew your failures. And some have even pushed you into deeper failure. They assume that they know your future. But that's not what God sees. God is never finished with you, my brother, my sister. To tell you that God is never finished with you, let me take you into Acts chapter 9, where we have a man named Saul that was feared by the early church. He wasn't just a sinner. Saul was a persecutor, dragging believers out of their homes, locking them up, giving approval for their death. Saul was very powerful, intelligent, very well connected, and he was completely lost. But one moment in Saul's life changed everything. If we look in Acts 9, verse 3-4, the NIV, it says, as he heard Damascus, what's the name again? Damascus. As he heard Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. He fell to the ground. He heard a voice say, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? This was heaven stepping in. Jesus himself interrupted Saul's journey. The journey that Saul was undergoing of destruction with one blinding moment of glory. What followed wasn't just a conversion. It was a complete transformation. The same man who was killing Christians, because the man who wrote most of the New Testament, the same mouth that once spoke violence became a voice that spoke the unknown. The world spoke the gospel of truth, spoke to the world the gospel of truth. Jesus didn't come into Saul's story to shame him, let me tell you. He came in to redeem him. He came to flip the script. And I'm here to tell you, when heaven steps in, Your past no longer has power to define your future. What your enemies say against you cannot stand against what God has written for you. See, Saul didn't just get saved, he was sent. And this is what I'm saying to you. So are you. This message is for you, telling you that God is sending you out. That's why he's stepping in. That's why he's flipping the script. See, people may have judged you by your past. They may have counted you out. They may have said that you are broken, maybe too far gone, too much of a mess in your life for you to be used for any good purposes. But Jesus, he comes in with a message, something much different. He steps in on your behalf with another plan because he's sent by the Father. The Son of God is not just redeeming your story. He's giving you power. He's reforming you. He's reshaping you inside and out. I want to tell you today, you're not disqualified. You are a son and a daughter of a King of Kings. You know what that means? That means that you're anointed. You're chosen. You are something special held in his hand. See, God is using you. He's using you for good. You, in actuality, with all your faults and all the things, hopefully, that I pray that you don't, but you may see in yourself, because we're not perfect. You are a weapon in God's hands. Jesus doesn't come to defend you. He delivers you. He fixes you. He repairs you. This is a wretch, a sinner like me, who has faith that I'm held in his hands. All my brokenness are put back together. There's no more cracks. Darkness cannot seep in. I am all that he created me to be, his light, his mouthpiece. And now I'm here to tell you, like Paul, you are going from overlook to overcomer. You're coming from the den to the throne room. You are from the pit to the pulpit. You are coming from accused to appointed. God is sending in help. Hold on. Don't give up. You are at the door. He's assigning angels on your behalf. He's touching hearts to open doors that have been closed in your life. You're not just rising, you're being released. This is your moment. Heaven has stepped in on your behalf. The script of your life that has been written by the wrong hands is being flipped by Christ Jesus. It's being rewritten as we speak this moment. But I have to give you this warning. I have to remind you. As God flips the script in your life, putting everything in order, don't think that's all it. You throw your hands, you've won, or everything is okay. There's a mannerism, a way that your life now has to be accord. You have to stay aligned. You must stay connected with him. You must make space in your life for him daily. And that connection with you and the Father has to be through your daily communication, through your prayer, reading his word, walking in humility, and having a heart of forgiveness, a heart full of love. You have to keep an honest heart. That heart has to be freed from pride and bitterness. You have to leave everything that came against you behind and learn how to forgive so that you can make way for someone else's healing. You have to carry the light of Christ in everything that you do or you say. This is how you stay rooted in the truth, stay anchored in the love of Christ. And that way you'll be led by the Spirit, because the same God who stepped in is the one who will lead you forward day by day, victory by victory. So knowing that when heaven steps in, Jesus will flip the script for you. I love you with the love of Christ, and I pray to see you in the next video. Stay grounded with Christ. Bye.